Morning everyone, yes, we're for Freshview blinds, where we just basically do all interior window stylings. Go next slide for me. So this is the family, business run by me and my older brother, who you'll see just down here. So you've got me and myself, my brother, mum, stepdad, other half, all of everyone's there basically. We've got 4 kids between us. That's my daughter on the far, your left. That's Cherish, there's Romeo. Got Kyra and Carrie, my brother's 2 girls as well. Next slide for us please. A bit about us and our background, where we came from and our experience. Got many other jobs that we've done, but this is probably the most notable ones. Myself, I've been operations manager for window styling companies in the past. I've been branch manager for Martin Gerrard, which is an estate agency in North West London. I've been a sales designer at Thomas Sanderson as well, which is more of the high-end side of what we do. For my brother, he's been an F-gas engineer for air conditioning units, solar panel surveyor, and he's also a fitter at Thomas Sanderson, and the same place where I was also an operations manager for window styling companies. Next slide, please, Vince. We started this journey for 2 main reasons. We saw an issue within our industry behind the scenes with a lot of other competitors that we think we can do better, more efficiently, friendlier service. The other reason was to build a reputable national business that's something our kids can be proud of and actually one day say, I want to do that. I want to take that over. We didn't have that as kids, so we want to give the opportunity to our children. Next slide. So what we do, we've got a wide range of products that we actually do. I tried to shorten it down a little bit. So we do roller blinds, Venetian blinds, Roman blinds, cellular blinds, perfect fits, Z lights, illusions, VS2s, verticals, and shutters. Within those categories, there's many other ways of doing it and many formats. So this is a more shortened down version of what we do, and you can see some photos of some of the previous work that we've done here as well. Next slide. So I'm going to speak about some of the more unique blinds that we do, as if I went through all that list, we'd be here all day. So this is the illusion blind. If you click the video for us. So illusion blinds, very stylish blinds. You basically got a sheer headed curtain with the practicality of a blind. So you're matching elegance with practicality here. Not only can you tilt them to close them, you can actually slide them all the way across and see the whole thing is fabric. You'll see the way when I slide across here, the way it actually falls and the way it moves. On top of that, this is probably my favourite blind that we do. It is the most expensive, but it's definitely my favourite for this one reason here. If you're entertaining, barbecues, nothing's connected, you can just walk through, have your doors wide open. If you've got bifolds, they're absolutely spot on. Gorgeous, gorgeous blinds. Something unique that a lot of companies don't want to touch and don't want to do because they're worried about how to fit it, how to measure it, how to do it properly, so they'd rather not touch it, essentially. Next slide, please, Vince. Next one. I'll have to click the arrow at the bottom. Then we've got the VS2s. So a lot of people don't know what this is. We are one of 2 in this area who can do this product. The supplier is actually based in Clapton. It's a German engineered blind that adheres onto the glass itself. The great thing about this blind, it takes no drilling. So if you've got brand new doors, window guarantees, bifolds, these are absolutely perfect. There's a little aluminium frame, which we'll zoom into in a moment, that basically adheres onto the glass either side. The blind gets tensioned onto there. I should show you in a second the little bit there. But you can go with the door. If you've got bifolds, don't interrupt the frame, nothing clashes, so you can all just bifold out of the way. And you can get a matching aluminium strip. You see here, obviously the frame's white, very small aluminium strip. We can do that anthracite, if you go anthracite frames in black, and match them across as well. Let's go next slide, please. Then got 2 videos on the shutters. As you can see on this side, this is in a bay window. This is 63mm louver off-center tilt rod shutter. You will see on here where the midrail is. If you watch these videos we've got on the social media, we do go in more detail how these work, what the midrail is, how they open and close. On the right-hand side, we've got T-posts. Again, I've got a lot of detail in terms of what T-posts are, how you can separate the shutters, how we've matched the midrail with what the window is behind. The main thing with shutters is that you're trying to match the window frame behind. So you want it to look just as good inside as it does on the outside. So that's why you have all of these different ways you can fit them and you can do them. It's quite nice to see them open as well. There are bifold options to actually make them bifold, track options for doors and everything. Next slide, please. We also do motorised blinds. So on the left-hand side, you'll see some motorised rollers with the nice capital fascia. You can have them on a 4 or 16 channel remote. There's different types and levels of motorization. This one on the left is more of an entry level, up and down, simple remote. You can hook them to Alexas, to Google Homes. You can even go for a Q Motion, which is 0.2 decibel motor, the quietest motor on the market. It's quite disorientating when you're looking at something going down and no noise has been made. So you can go all the way up to that level there. On the right, we've got like an orangery style roof blind. This was actually out of spec. Absolutely huge. It was done in Cuffley, all motorised, completely flat, tension wide across, and then nice and easy to use. Again, just on a simple remote. Next slide. Yes, and we do many other products as well, as you'll see some photos of some shapes, the ones that we've got here, open and close, other roof light ones, we've got Roman blinds with shears, we've got all sorts of bits and bobs in here, bay windows, curved tracks, basically anything, any window at all we can do. Next slide, please. Our ideal referral, commercial buildings, developers, new builds, people who've just moved in, people looking to update their interior. We're really easy referral, to be honest with you, because anywhere that just has a window that's either uncovered or looking to get changed. Super easy referral. If you see a window empty, just give my details. Easy as that. Next slide. Any questions from anybody at all? No?
Can I have something? I love those curtains.
Yeah, the illusions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you get them in like any colour?
Yeah. So there's two different ranges. You've got Horizon and you've got Vista. Each range has about 8 colours between them. They have slightly different patterns in terms of the shear, so there's different ones you can do as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just following up on our one that's really insightful. You know, everybody should have one. We do to understand the products, but in terms of things like Velux windows or other brands,
Yeah.
do you supply blinds that are maybe not non-branded, but
So we can do so. If it's a Velux window, I'll always recommend to a customer, if it's a hard to reach area, we can fit it, but purchase it themselves, because no blind company anywhere gets any discount on Velux. So all they're going to do to your customers is charge them the Velux price, plus some, plus fitting, which in my eyes is a bit a piss take really. Why not just say to the customer, this is how you get it, that's what the code is, pop it on the website, I'll come fit it. And just keep it nice and simple, that way they're not going to feel like they're getting cheated out of any money. And that's where we do it with Velux's and Fatcro. With other ones, we can do a custom-made roof blind that fit inside of them. We have done that in the past, and that's usually when you get the ones, like you said, that are unbranded, that haven't got Fatcro or a Velux one. So with those two brands, get the blind from them, we just come fit it in. It's the best way to do it.
Right. How far are you willing to go to apply?
Depends on the money is. but like I said, our main queries is London, Essex, Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire. We do a lot in Twickenham, and we do go a bit further, depending on, obviously, the value. I mean, if someone called me up tomorrow and said, come to Leeds, we've got a whole block of flats for you, I'm going to go to Leeds for the night. So it all depends on the value, but our core areas is about an hour and a half surrounding us, essentially, but we can go a bit further.
Anything you don't?
Not really, to be fair. We're pretty open to doing anything. We've done it a long time, we've trained on shape, so yeah, we're fine with everything. And if anyone's got any questions as well in terms of like your customers, and you might not be able to get hold of the answer, on our website, I did a little bit here, we've got a section called the Knowledge Centre. Really useful tool, has loads of content, videos. It's like a FAQ essentially on the website, so you can always send them straight to there. They've got all the information they need.
Can you have one more? In your 30 seconds, you said you want advanced planners.
Yes.
How can they help you?
It's not actually for the business. I've got to organise a stag do. So, I have no ideas what to do, so I need the events planner to give me some ideas essentially. Yeah, I don't know what to do, so I'm just like, well, I'll just get someone else to do it for me.
Anyone else?
That's it.
Just only one, not 10. Guys, anyone else?
Just a quick one for me, possible.
Yeah.
What's the lead time for bookings?
So in terms of us coming to do a measure and fit, well, in terms of measuring, we're pretty flexible, to be fair. I always try to just, for me, if a customer really needs something done ASAP, I'll do my best to get there ASAP. This week, I mean, my next available slot's not till Wednesday next week, but it all varies on location as well. If someone lives around the corner for me, I'll go there at 7, 8 o'clock. It's around the corner, it's on my way home sort of thing. If they're obviously further away, it all does vary. In terms of lead times on products, they all vary as well. Pretty much all the blinds are at 3 to 5 weeks, curtains are at 6 to 8, shutters at 12 to 17. So it does vary depending on what you're after.
Last one? No one? Okay.
Thank
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much.